think something mad, so mad that it's possibly going to tear apart the fandom, change Doctor Who forever, is going down in the Interstellar Song Contest.
It's such a privilege to be able to inhabit this character.
Doctor Who fans are doing what they do best, putting the convoluted pieces together and trying to figure out what on earth that this alleged moment that will change Doctor Who history forever is going to be. In an unearthed quote from a Doctor Who magazine that came out I think a couple of years ago, they said that something they shot on the 8th of March, which coincidentally, that's my birthday, 8th of March 2024, whatever they shot on my 21st birthday, what a great birthday present, is going to be a scene which lives on in Doctor Who history forever. And Russell clarifies forever. Why are we bringing this up now though? Well, in a behind the scenes picture, we may have a clue as to what this scene contains, and is there more to Miss Belinda Chandra than we initially expected, but we'll get to that later. Let's first run through some Doctor Who headlines. First piece of news is going to be outdated incredibly quickly because, well, as of recording this, the episode comes out tomorrow, but if you've already seen the episode, you can go back and get a prequel to The Story and the Engine, written by Inua Ellams, who's the same guy that has written the full Story and the Engine episode. The official Doctor Who page tweeted out, "Get ready for The Story and the Engine with an exclusive prequel story written by Inua Ellams. Find out what Omo did on his holidays on the Doctor Who website." I would definitely recommend giving it a read. It's not essential, I don't imagine. It's just like a fun little story of how Omo met the Doctor back in like the 1960s. Omo is obviously a character we're going to meet on screen for the first time this week, so it just provides a bit more context if you want to go and give that a read. It's on the Doctor Who website. If you've already met Omo, then why not go and get some backstory to the man? There's also talk and discussion about Doctor Who having apparently been review bombed. There's various voices saying it has been or it hasn't been, and obviously there's people claiming as well that it's been, what's the opposite of review bombing? Review praised. I don't know, what's the opposite of a bomb? What am I even saying at this point? After the announcement last week, which I did cover, that Doctor Who was getting really well received and the critics and audience scores were going up on a lot of platforms, a lot of people who probably haven't even seen the episodes have gone over to just give it like 1 star to bring the rating down, which I just think's really sad. To people that have rated it 1 star because they genuinely didn't enjoy the episode, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to critique things. But all those people who have just review bombed it for the sake of like not liking Shooty or not liking the era or not liking Russell or not liking season 1, like, come on, grow up. But we'll cast that aside and discuss what on earth this pivotal scene that will change Doctor Who is going to be. This was unearthed by Doctor Who Production News over on Twitter, well, X, but I will forever call it Twitter, who said, "I'm not sure if this is the March 8th, 2024 scene that will live in Doctor Who forever, but the slate says it was filmed on that date." Let's read the extract that Russell actually wrote in Doctor Who magazine all those years ago. He said, "But forward isn't easy. When the production team is being pulled hither and thither, here we are now, snouts deep in season 2. Today, 8th of March 2024, Joe's 21st birthday." Russell didn't write that part, I added that bit. "We're shooting a scene that will live forever in Doctor Who history. And for once, that's no exaggeration. I mean for bloody ever. Remember this date and nod in agreement next year." Well, it's next year. It's 2025. And with only 4 episodes of season 2 left, we're going to be finding out what this scene is very soon. Add all this to the talk that Ncuti Gatwa was giving in press interviews about we'll learn more about the Doctor, more about the Doctor's backstory, more about the Doctor's origins. As mentioned, if you look at the slate here, you can see that on the 8th of March 2024, this scene seems to be just Belinda in the TARDIS on her own, unless this is a clever publicity still and there's someone the other side. But we also saw that shot in the trailer, and there's a promo image of like the TARDIS going wrong, red lights, Belinda trapped in the TARDIS. Now, we think that this is for the Story and the Engine. If you look at the costume Belinda's wearing, and the fact that this promo image has already been released, it's probably the story in the engine, so this might be outdated very quick. But she does wear the same costume in the Interstellar Song Contest, so could it be from that episode? I've seen a bunch of theories online going around Tharies has suggested that Belinda is the 14th Doctor, which was actually suggested by Jess over on Twitter. But I think Jess was saying it as a joke, but also, to be fair, look, with Russell, you never know. Everyone last year, Sutech, Susan Triad Technologies, that was a joke. I mean, that was a joke literally written in a Doctor Who comic from the 90s. Someone wrote this funny little story where, the 7th Doctor goes home and says, oh, I thought it was Sutech. It was just a woman who had a company called Sutech. That was canon last year. If you can put Sutech on a leash, I think anything is possible in this new Russell era, which in a way I kind of love, because any theory, no matter how bonkers, can kind of come true. Like By Generation, when all of that leaked, people were going, oh, that's not true. And as well, there are so many leaks for this season that you don't actually know which ones are correct. This year, I've tried to not fully read the leaks because I will never forgive myself for spoiling the By Generation for myself, because I thought it was such a bonkers thing when I initially got sent it and read it. I was like, this isn't happening. So I don't want to know or properly look into the really in-depth leaks. Obviously, I've heard whisperings, I've seen things, but quite frankly, I just want to go into the episodes not knowing what's going to happen, and this pivotal moment filmed on March 8th. We don't know. We just don't know. Now, it is entirely possible, if you've watched the story in the engine already, and nothing of note happened with Belinda here, they could have been shooting double block back-to-back things. We've had it confirmed in Doctor Who Unleashed, presented by Stefan Powell. Sorry, Welsh people, I will never try and imitate the accent again. That a lot of Doctor Who Season 2 was that there was 2 blocks filming at once. So, for all we know, Belinda'S' scenes aboard the TARDIS for the story and the engine could have been filmed on March 8th, while simultaneously the bonkers whatever big reveal of Mrs. Flood at the Interstellar Song Contest was being filmed, because those 2 episodes could have been running at the same time during production schedules. Ncuti and Anita Dobson on one set, Belinda'S on the other. Now, why do I think that a big revelation's coming in the Interstellar Song Contest? I don't think. I know. Russell has made it abundantly clear. I mean, I've got this quote from Doctor Who magazine, which all but confirms, quite frankly, that we will be getting the Mrs. Flood reveal during the Interstellar Song Contest. He says, this is in a big synopsis for the Interstellar Song Contest episode. How many times am I going to say the title of that episode? The Doctor and Belinda are looking forward to an evening of fun. Someone is planning to hijack the event, putting everyone's lives in danger. Meanwhile, out in the audience, events take an unexpected turn for Mrs. Flood. I think it's got to be this, and I can't lie, I've made a video on it, go and check it out if you haven't already, but I do think the breaking the fourth wall thing is going to come to a head. It's going to have its big moment. And I reckon that might be this pivotal thing. Sure, you could have Belinda as the 14th Doctor, or the 15th or 16th, or whatever number Doctor, or Belinda is Susan. That's not impossible. There's been a heavy emphasis on Susan during Season 1, the Doctor family, returning to family. He says to Ruby, you helped me discuss family in a way I never did before. So Belinda could be Susan, maybe, and you've got Doctor, Nurse, foreshadowing there, the Doctor and the Nurse. But I think this big reveal was probably shot simultaneously with Belinda's moment in the TARDIS. The second I started exporting this video, the BBC just released a preview clip which shows this scene with Belinda in the TARDIS. It doesn't actually change the contents of this video much, because I'm sure that's not the last we'll see, but the TARDIS and Belinda get kidnapped by some unexplained force, so does this add to the theories? I don't know, I'm intrigued. If we go back as well to one of these articles from, I think, SFX magazine, in which Russell is asked to briefly describe each episode of the season, I'll just give it a quick read, but I think something mad, so mad that it's possibly going to tear apart the fandom, change Doctor Who forever, is going down in the Interstellar Song Contest rather than the story in the engine. This is the one. Rylan, songs, lizards, and Dews points. You probably think you've got the measure of this episode. That's what the Doctor and Belinda think as the TARDIS bounces them into Harmony Arena deep in outer space for the 803rd annual contest. But this is written by Juno Dawson, the best-selling fantasy novelist, and I'm telling you with absolute confidence that you're not ready for the shocks and surprises in store. This year, episodes will land on BBC iPlayer at 8 AM on Saturdays, so I'd recommend staying offline all day if you want the raw experience of this on a Saturday night, because this story takes much bigger swings than any you're expecting. It's darker, wilder, and tougher than the title would suggest, and the world of Doctor Who will never be the same again. Those words are directly from the mouth of Russell the Davies. What on earth is going down? Because this, look, the more I think about it, the more the Mrs. Flood reveal cannot simply be, I am X character. Like, let's say, for example, she's Tecteun or Susan or the Rani, like 3 big theories thrown around. Would it have as much impact as they seem to be saying? Like, would that make the world of Doctor Who change and never be the same again? Would it really, if a character goes, I am the Rani, if a character goes, I am Susan, I am Riversong, any of these bonkers theories, it's got to do with the fourth wall breaking, I think. It's got to do with spoons as well. That spoons conspiracy, I'm still on it. If you want more context on the spoons conspiracy, go and check out my other theory videos, because we've been theorising for so long about Mrs. Flood. I think her reveal is going to be minor in comparison to whatever bonkers thing is going to happen. And I, for one, am incredibly excited. Do let me know in the comments what you think this reveal's going to be. Like, I'm so intrigued. I have no idea. And it's rare that things haven't been completely spoiled in Doctor Who, so I'm excited. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below, though. If you did enjoy this video, please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out the newest episode of our podcast. It's a funny one. It's so... I love the podcast. It's great fun. You can also check out our Doctor Who fan films. Loads of stuff on this channel. It's a hub for Doctor Who stuff you want to watch. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Don't forget to click below and subscribe to the official Confused Adipose YouTube channel.
I will destroy you! She's not seen a single episode.
No, I've watched your episodes.
Keep these sonic screwdrivers.
What else am I saying about the film? Don't watch this one.